At the convergence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela rivers, we're in the football town of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at Acrisure Stadium. Five weeks come and gone already. And we're off here in Week 6 on EA Sports. Returnable from near the end zone. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Opening play, and Bo will throw. Caught by his back. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Nix with it on first. He puts some power on a deep one left. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for the big play touchdown. Oh, Brock, but there it is. Back down the field, we've got a flag, and I don't think this is going to count. That holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Running it after the penalty.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Nix from the gun. He's on the move. He's going deep down this side. It is caught at the 20. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers drive the length of the field and take a 6-0 lead. Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Buccaneers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Johnson now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That's him on the quick hitter. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Man in motion here. Pass play on 1st and 10. Into the hands of Walker. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
All the left side. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. Dives for the pylon, and that's a touchdown. The Steelers finish off their opening drive. Kicking team out to try the extra points. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers start off well to tie things 7-7. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. Launches one deep dip. They connect on the deep shot. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. He's trying to go deep again. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. 1st and goal here. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Buccaneers break the tie here in the 1st. That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Johnson with a return here. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Let's go. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 31-yard play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First and 10, looking to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Hawk 70.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He throws a bullet deep to... He's got it deep downfield. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. This play goes for 36. And that's a Steelers 1st down. From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. A give up the gut to Walker. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Neither side separating much so far. It's Steelers ball as we return for the 2nd, and they have to be thinking points here. Walker is across the line for the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers tie things up at 14. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Chooses to bring this one out. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that'll bring up 2nd down. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. He sends this one to the end zone. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going, and when it does, you got to react and knock it away. That is well done.
They'll throw again. Nix. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. And they're going to tag a defender with this one. And this play heads out of bounds. Marker down, though, Brock. Could be some free yards here. So now then, after the penalty, this is 1st and goal. Now motion him out of the backfield. 1st down from the red zone. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it's 2nd and goal. Throwing it again here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Nix looking to throw. And this is down all the way to the 3.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
4th and goal, too good to pass up. I love this. They're going for it in the lead. Nix. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown. The Buccaneers take a second quarter lead. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Fielded at the 7. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Back now, pressure on its way. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
2nd and 6 now. Throwing the out route complete. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. That's good for 7 yards. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. Walker running to the right. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. And it's the Steelers facing 2nd and 5. Staying with Walker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Brought in right side. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
The defense calls a timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
And for the Buccaneers, it's a nickel look. 3rd down coming.
Ready.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down.
And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Steelers earn the chance to tie before halftime. They can go to the locker rooms tied if they put this through. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers tie this game at 21. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. 19 looking to throw. He beams one deep right side. That's complete inside the 35.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
So that one on the defense and declined, and that brings us to halftime. Let's head to Orlando for our halftime reports and Jonathan Coachman. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Johnson now on the return. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. He's dropping back to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take the lead right away in half number 2. That one right down the middle. And the Steelers take a 4-point lead. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. It's Nix out of the pistol. Chased out to his right. Completed to his running back. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Nix with it on 1st. Buying some time left. Throwing on the run, deep down that left side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
The QBs today so adept at doing just this, buying themselves enough time and finding a target. The problem on this one, just not the throw he needed to make the completion.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Let's go.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Nix from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they make the tackle at the 38. Offense in the hurry up here. Play action with Nix. Flushed out of the pocket. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Big gain downfield. And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers grab the lead on their first series of the half. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts them in front here in the second half. And puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers push their lead to 3. The Bucs get lined up and they will kick this away. Johnson with a return here. This return makes it up to the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Go!
Running back sent in motion. Throwing from the gun. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. They connect on the deep shot. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers need only 1 to take the lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers take a 4-point lead. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. From his own end zone, here we go. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. He's throwing deep to the left side. He's got it deep downfield. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers need only 1 to take the lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers push their lead to 3. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Johnson now on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Buccaneers scoop it up! And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. A chance to pay off their defense's effort as they start out 1st and goal. They motion the tight end over. Irving has the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes the comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers make it a 10-point ball game. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Johnson with a return here. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw now. His running back hauls it in deep right. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Walker hauls it in. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 25 on 2nd down. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he gets this forward to the 19.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the 1st down.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches.
Come on, set, ready.
Throwing now, needing a 1st. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Here's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Offense up to the line fast.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 by 6, 60 by...
Throwing on first down, Nix. Escapes the pocket. Now he's going to fire it deep left side. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. Now Nix. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Tampa Bay in punt formation now. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. No return on that punt. And the Steelers will take over possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll try and throw it here. Forced out to his right. On the run right, throw it. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. This is caught by Trey Palmer. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. We've reached the end. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Nix now to throw. Setting up the screen. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Buys time, rolling right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll throw again. Nix. Has it down close. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Johnson now on the return. And he'll be out of bounds at the 22-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he stopped after a nice gain up past the 25.
Let's go.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 2nd and 6 now. Completed over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Throwing now from the gun. Trying for the deep ball. Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
70 Timberwolves.
Now an inside give to Walker. Is in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers get it back to within 2 possessions. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not...
Put the body on the line for his team. He lays out and gets it. Wow, that gets him the 2 points. And the Buccaneers manage to recover the football. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Ready up.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Nick's off the play action. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
Let's go.
It's Nix out of the pistol. He's got it near the 10. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
19 Tiger.
They'll send him over right. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And that's a Tampa Bay touchdown. 3 touchdown catches in 1 game is rare air, Brock. Safe to say most guys who retire can name every time they did that here in the NFL.
Yeah, I hope he remembers it, but also remember this. Receivers, they're a dependent position. They're dependent on the guys doing their job up front. They're dependent on the quarterback putting it on the spot. And usually, when you reach a milestone like this, you love to share it with everybody else. And my guess, especially if they could find a way to win this one, is this receiver will celebrate it with all of his guys.
It's caught. And he isn't able to get in here. That lead's going to stay right where it is. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They're going play action. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers trail by 15. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Ready? 70 Lion.
Looking to throw it. Short pass caught by his tight end. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Throwing the out route complete. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
19 tight. Ready?
They go play action on 1st. Throw left side, complete. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that 1st.
18 Rattler. Come on.
He'll throw it yet again. This is reeled in by Wilson. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Cowboy 80. Ready?
Throwing with a blitz on the way. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. An extra point try coming. This would importantly make it a 1-score game. The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the 4th. Approaching the final minute here, they need to find a way to defy the odds and get this back. And the Buccaneers manage to recover the football. Timing's so important for a team to recover its own onside kick, but jumped the gun there before it went 10 yards, and that drew the flag. New set of downs for him at the 38. Now we're on the counter, and they've got him behind the line for a big loss. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Let's go now. 60 Maverick.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He throws a bullet to the center. He's got it deep downfield. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers lead by 15 now. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Johnson with a return here. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And they'll be happy about where they're about to take the field. He's up to the 35 on the return. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. On the move, headed right. Complete out to the right side. And he's out of bounds after reaching the 40. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a Steelers first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Play action on 1st down. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
Pass is hauled in by the running back. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
He finds him beyond the marker. That'll be a 20-yard hit on 4th down, Brock, and it keeps this drive moving.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route, just like a receiver would, and it's a...
And this is going to be cut for 2, so some fight left in him. Love it. It is back to a one-score game. Okay. They've got a shot at this now, Brock. However improbable it may be, that 2-point try makes this a one-score game.
And that's all you want, Kate. You just want one more shot, right? Just a little bit of life. Hands team, get yourself ready to go get this football. You get the ball back, take a shot to the end zone. I know this, crazier scripts have been written in the NFL before us, and they'll be written following us too.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
19, 18. 19, Tiger.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Finds a seam down the middle. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Back to throw. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Okay, ready?
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blown back, it's the handoff. Makes a cut to the right sideline. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Buccaneers winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.